Okay, we're back with the second UFO watch in this UFO hunt for tonight. First UFO hunt in a while, and first UFO hunt I am doing in a series of UFO hunts for Paranormal Reality from late October into early December. Got some things I want to talk about in this part of the UFO hunt, people. First thing I want to talk about is that there's been a UFO sighting in Massachusetts this month, in Fitchburg. Some guy was looking up at the sky and said he saw a star-like object moving through the sky. And it moved through the sky in a certain direction and disappeared over the horizon. A few minutes later he saw the same thing, another one moving through the sky in a different direction, and this one vanished in the middle of nowhere. So it just disappeared, basically. And this sighting is interesting, but I'm not really sure if this is a UFO or not. It could be just a plane or something that shut off its lights. He doesn't say whether it made sound, and he didn't provide any kind of physical evidence that this thing existed, like photographs, video, whatever. But yeah, it's an interesting report, and it was captured by UFOhunters.com on October 2nd, 2017. I was looking through UFO Hunters a few days ago and noticed this report. It's the only report that was seen in Massachusetts this month. But it's a report, so it's something. Whether it's an actual UFO, it depends on whether it's something mundane or not. And in this case, it could be. It could be just a series of planes that were moving really far away so you didn't hear their sound. But who knows? Who knows, people? I don't know. I really don't know if this is a UFO or not. So I'm on the fence on this one. I haven't decided whether it's mundane or not. I can't really tell. It disappeared, but it's not strange enough that I consider it to be a really weird UFO, at least. So yeah, that's my opinion on this UFO sighting. What I've got to talk about next, however, is far, far stranger, people. You know Mothman, how it was seen in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the 1960s, 1967. If you haven't read the Mothman prophecies, you should probably read it now. It was a weird phantom with big black wings, 10 feet tall, 20-foot wingspan, glowing red eyes, seen a lot by several people in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Nobody knew what the hell it was. But it was seen in a flap that lasted for about a year. And it hasn't been seen since then, until now. There's been a flap of sightings of something like Mothman in Chicago over the last year, even dating back to 2011, with less intensity. Something weird is in Chicago and it's scaring the hell out of people. It's described as a bat-like phantom or a bird-like phantom with a huge wingspan, really, really tall height, and glowing eyes, usually orange or red colored for eyes. There's been at least 50 sightings. If you go to phantomsandmonsters.com, they'll mention these sightings. And in several sightings, the person who saw it was so terrified they didn't even take a picture of this thing. But one person took a photograph of it and looked like a flying squirrel. I don't know what's going on in these sightings, people, but they're quite strange. And I wanted to bring up the Chicago Mothman in a UFO hunt, so that's why I did this UFO hunt today, because it's been interesting me as well. So, is this a Mothman report, or is it something like a man-bat? It's my big question. You know, a man-bat's like a gigantic bat with glowing eyes. Probably just a bat that's been oversized by misinterpreting the size because of very little frames of reference being around, but yeah. Is this a man-bat or a Mothman-like entity? Some reports say it's more like Mothman, other reports say it's more like a man-bat. And there's also reports of something that looks like a giant owl with humanoid features. And red eyes as well. Something along the lines of Mothman's British cousin, which I won't name. So there have been reports of something like that, reports of something like Mothman, a man with wings, reports of a man-bat. All three reports are being seen in Chicago. And there's been a spike of reports over the last year. And the Chicago government knows about this. The police know about it. They've seen it. There's been a report of something jumping off a building which had a humanoid figure to it and had wings. The police actually saw one of these things. There's a report by a police officer of a humanoid with wings jumping off the top of a building. And I find it really strange that Mothman's been seen in Chicago because it hasn't been seen since 1967. And all of a sudden now it's being seen. Now there's another possibility. There's two possibilities actually about this thing. It could be real. People are seeing some kind of psychic entity. Other possibility is this one gigantic, elaborate hoax. Someone brought this up when they did a video about this. There is a comedy troupe in Chicago that likes to make fake news articles. And they send these articles into real newspapers. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but they actually suggest that people who are watching their comedy troupe at theaters do this. Go in and fake news articles of things that have happened that were popular. Okay? And they've been doing this. They've been suggesting people do that. And that's the truth. So, this whole thing could be a gigantic hoax. And, phantomsandmonsters.com has a few dubious things about it as well. One of the things is that it seems to be offering various different things for money. Monetary gain. There's a reason to hoax something. Now, I don't know if it's a hoax or not, but it's a little bit suspicious. And this comedy troupe thing doesn't paint this in a good light, honestly. So yes, it could be real, but it could also be a really big fake, and people are having their legs pulled by this. I mean, who knows? Let's try to eliminate the idea that it's a hoax first before believing it outright, okay? So yeah. So yeah, I just want to mention the Chicago Mothman sightings. There's been a lot of sightings. I've read a few. There's a few sightings taking place in a place called Little Village in Chicago as well. And there's been multiple sightings of different things in Chicago as well. It's not just Mothman. It's Mothman and similar things. So now another thing I want to bring up is that I had my own video evidence of Mothman and I want to share. I believe this could be Mothman. I'm not 100% sure of it yet. But it happened in Paranormal Reality's very first UFO hunt, December 2016. We're coming up to it right now, the anniversary of this UFO hunt. And right here, there was a large winged thing with glowing red eyes I saw. Not kidding. Don't know what it was, people. But that was spotted. Now, it could be a reflection, too. I don't know. It could be a reflection of a candle. It could be a lot of mundane things, but it kind of freaked me out, people. Kind of freaked me out because I'm a firm believer that Mothman is a real entity. That the people who saw it in Point Pleasant, West Virginia didn't make it up. They actually saw something strange. And it wasn't misinterpreting an owl or something like that. Although it could have been. But I believe it was real. So, when I see something that resembles Mothman in the footage of one of my own UFO hunts, it freaks me out a lot. So, I captured this. And maybe tonight I'll put in its own video. If not, sometime soon. Because it's very peculiar. I mean, it could be a reflection. Could be a lot of mundane things. I'm not saying this is Mothman. I'm not going to label it like that. But something strange is happening. That was right in the middle of Psychic Backlash when that was filmed. Or before Psychic Backlash. And there was some strange crap that happened right after I did that UFO hunt, okay? And it wasn't easy to deal with for the next few weeks in December. In fact, I had a horrible December last year, okay? That's why I didn't do UFO hunting past the 15th. 15th and later, anyway. I just didn't do it. And, I don't know. It's a bit peculiar. But, definitely possibly caught something strange on camera that night in December. It's done December 11th, 2016. That's when the UFO hunt was done last year. It's the first UFO hunt on this channel, by the way. Go back to the very first video recorded. Watch the first or second video of that UFO hunt. It's not the first video on this channel. I was wrong. It's the fourth or fifth video, okay? First two videos are UFO watches done late at night. But it's the first UFO hunt video. And the second video of that UFO hunt as well showed this thing very clearly. Down here. I want to look at it in this area during a UFO hunt when there's candles in the windows to see if it's possibly a reflection of a candle. In that case, it's not paranormal. If I see it again, I'll know it's not paranormal. Alright, but I'm questioning it. I do want to investigate it during the next UFO hunt I can do in December. The only UFO hunt I'm doing in December this year, actually. I'm taking most of December off. But around December 10th, I plan to do a UFO hunt, and then around the 11th, I'm going to be quitting for Paranormal Reality for this year. I'm not coming back to Paranormal Reality until possibly January 2018. Don't know. Depends what I want to do January, actually. So January is still really, really up in the air in terms of what I'm doing that month, whether I'm doing UFO hunting or something else, I don't know. But I'm definitely doing UFO hunting for the rest of this year, just because I can get it out of the way. So I want to test for, is that a candle reflection? Is it something else that's mundane? If I can't find a logical explanation by looking at what's out there, for instance, if I see it again, I'll know it's a logical explanation for it. If I can't find a logical explanation, then I'll think maybe I did capture something weird. Thing didn't move, though. It didn't fly, didn't walk. It's a little bit strange. So I don't know. I don't know, people, whether it's mundane or not. I do want to look at it closely and try to look at it in a skeptical perspective. Try to see if it's something mundane first. Not jump to the conclusion that I saw Mothman without looking at evidence to try to see if it's something mundane first. If it's something mundane, I can write it off as being a reflection or something like that. In that case, it would make me a lot more relaxed about it. Like I just caught a weird reflection. It won't be like, oh, I caught something completely unknown on camera. What the hell is it? I won't feel like that if I can write it off as a reflection in December 2017. But yeah, I do know that by December 10th, they're going to have the candles in the windows, guaranteeing it. Candles I put in for Christmas. So I do plan to do a UFO hunt in early December. On a Sunday, December 10th. And I might not be able to do it on December 10th. If, in that case, I'll try to do it for December 3rd instead. But I'll try it for December, early December. I'm going to quit around, I don't know, December 11th this coming December. I'm not going to do much in December this year, people. Don't want to. Because of last year. So it's like, yeah, I have to be kind of careful, people. So yeah. That's the end of this UFO hunt, people. Did we capture UFOs on camera tonight? We'll find out soon. Okay, here are the results of this UFO hunt. We caught a UFO on film tonight. I can't believe this. Gotta show this weird thing off. I can't believe how weird this UFO sighting is. So check this out. Alright? Zooming in here. Look at the trees. Can you see this? See that? It's moving around erratically, and it's weaving behind and in front of the trees. But it looks like it's behind the trees, I think. Not sure if it's in front or behind the trees, but it's a UFO. See that, people? I don't know what this is. This is no plane. The way it moves, it can't be a plane. So, this is definitely not a plane, people. This is a UFO. You'll see it right up here at the end of the footage. So, yeah, we caught a UFO on film. Can't believe this, people, that we caught another UFO on film, a Paranormal Reality. That's great news, people.